All right, tell me when you guys are ready.
You're good.
First of all, we're real proud of our team. Locker room, it feels real good to see smiling faces. Our first, Big 12 win. This is a hard place to win at. I think 2017 is the last time that we won here. 2 years ago, they handed it to us really good. So, and I'm real proud of the way that our guys won the game. The best feelings winning games is when it goes down the end, and you have to make those critical plays. And obviously, for the last 5 games, we didn't make them. We made them tonight. The big 2-point play stop was huge. We got the hands. I think Kobe Hudson got it, and then we got the first down to put the game away and was able to kneel the ball. And so that was really good. Our defense, season high, 9 tackles for loss, season high, 5 sacks. We rushed for over 200 yards. R.J. Harvey's turned himself into one of the better backs in our league, if not the country. Third downs, we struggled, I think, until the last 4. With the game on the line, we made the plays to win, and just proud of our team. Questions?
Talk about how your offense stepped up late in that second half. The defense was getting some stops. You had to score the ball. John Rice was able to extend some drives with his legs. We hadn't seen that as much coming off the injury than R.J. Harvey, obviously.
We just kind of made a point that, he's at his best when he makes plays with his legs. You could tell a couple of those runs he's not 100%, but he's still pretty good with that. And then, of course, made some big throws. I thought one of the bigger plays was, we did the double move to Javon down the sideline in the fourth quarter. I think it was 2nd and 9 or 10, and that was really a big play for us. And then we got the ball down on the 1-foot line, and RJ went Wildcat, and we hadn't been greatly successful with Wildcat, and he bounced it out, and they were all playing in. That was a really big drive.
Gus, you said on the radio Friday in Orlando that the losing streak was kind of eating you up a little bit. It was tough on you.
Yeah, to say the least.
What was the emotions for you in those last couple seconds as the clock wound down?
We really didn't even talk about winning this week. We just really talked about playing for each other and picking each other up. Be a team. Defense, if they need to be picked up, offense, pick them up. Defense, vice versa. Special teams, encourage each other. Don't sit on the bench over there when the other team has the ball. Get up there and then root for them. And our guys did that. And it felt really good that those games, those last plays, it didn't surprise me that we executed them. I'm glad to have the win.
Turnovers bit you last week. You flipped the script this week.
Yeah, we did. I think we got 2 turnovers of them. We protect the football. We're a pretty good team when we don't turn the ball over. I know that sounds like common sense, but it really is.
Can you just put into words what this win means to the team after coming off of this streak?
It's hard to win in this league. Anytime you do something new, and I knew this was a good league, but when you go through it, there's really no teams that you look on your schedule and you say, okay, we got a really good chance, and so you got to earn them. And this first year, that's really what we're learning, and it's good to get the first one. I think that'll get us some momentum. Obviously, we're playing a team that's really hot right now next week, but we're going to enjoy this tonight, and we wake up in the morning and we'll go ahead and start worrying about Oklahoma State.
You talked about R.J. Harvey and his performance. Over the last 4 weeks, no one's probably been more solid for you guys than Harvey. What has really stood out for what he's been able to do in those third half?
Yeah, that was a real run on that one. He cut it back, wasn't it? That was really something. He set his blocks up. He came out of the left. He busted out to the right, and he showed real speed. He was a little banged up this week in practice. We had to be really smart with him. You couldn't tell out there, and he's really impressive.
Coach, more on your defense coming up big there on the 2-point play.
Yeah, that was big. We hadn't been very good stopping 2-point plays, and for us to do that right there, and I think we kind of based them out right there. And our guys stayed in their alley. They ran a little 2-point play that everybody in the country is running, and our guys hung in there. They threw it. We tipped the ball, and then you've got to get the onside kick. And, with all that adversity, especially in the games, and we hadn't been able to make the play, all those are pressure-type situations. And we got the onside kick, and then we were able to get the first down. It got, JR, I guess he slid a little early, so we had to get it, and we got it and were able to knee the ball down.
I thought Cincinnati was driving to score a couple times. I think Wells had the strip. Jason Johnson may have recovered. Nikai Martinez had the interception.
Yeah.
How big were those?
That was
plays?
big. It was right before half, if I remember right. And, they were thinking, hey, let's hold them to a field goal try and all that. And then we made the interception. I thought that was huge. So it was good to get those turnovers. And our defense, we gave up a little bit of yards still, but, they did what it took to win.
The fake punt with R.J. Harvey.
Yeah.
That obviously must have had that in your bag for a while already.
Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things that in certain times, that was a perfect time. I think it was left middle. We were waiting for a 4th down and 4 to 10, and sure enough, we executed the unfortunate thing. We didn't get any points out of it. And, that was a tough deal right there on 3rd and 7. I think we threw a little swing and got a little wadded up right there, and then we, I think we missed the field goal.
They changed up quarterbacks, but what did you think of the overall pressure that your defensive line put on?
I thought we did a good job. The 5 sacks, was really good. There's still some things we need to clean up. I think, everybody sees that, so we'll continue to work on that.
What we try to do at center, Drake started the game.
Yeah. So, they got, Drake is a guy that's been practicing really good, and he is a big, strong guy, and of course their nose is a full-grown man. I think everybody knows that, and so we just wanted to give him an opportunity. We had a few snaps that were a little bit, hot or whatever, and then we had the one where they jumped off sides and we didn't snap it, and then we snapped it late, and so I just went back to Bula there, and Bula battled. He's not as big or strong as Drake, but he's a battler.
You talked about that finishing on. You guys have been talking about finishing for weeks
Yeah.
now. And you get down to the end of this game, and Cincinnati marches down and scores. How proud are you, I guess, of the team, the way they respond, not to get down to the fact that here we go again?
It's real easy. I'm sure the fans probably felt that way when they went down and scored, like, here we go again, okay? I think that's just real life there. But, hey, we stopped it. This is the most important play of the game. And, Coach looked out there, I looked out there, this is it, this is the game. And the guys responded, and I think we can grow from that.
Do you feel a little more juice in this game as a rivalry game, the history of these two teams?
There's no doubt about that, being a rivalry, and we showed film of last couple of times we played these guys for our new guys. Just understand, this is not a normal game. It's turned into our rival, and they got a lot of pride, and they got a lot of history.
How big was this for John Rice, just coming off the injury, just to have a win like this and lead the team down to a victory? I saw he's fired up. He went into the stands afterwards.
He deserves it. You're talking about a guy that, he had a pretty serious injury. Most quarterbacks, I would say, would have waited and redshirted or whatever and all that. He accelerated, and he came back probably a little too early against Kansas. We know that. He's the same guy that, NIL, hey, coach, give it to the rest of the guys, make sure we have a solid team. So you root for a guy like that. That's rare in college football. For him to have success just makes my heart feel good, and it should, all of our fans too.
I guess you talked a little bit about momentum from this win. Where can you guys go from here?
We got one win, and we're just going to take it week by week, and we're going to continue, and we got something to build on. We're playing another really good team. I think everybody knows that we're playing at home. So it's one win. We got it. Let's go to next week. And so we'll just take it week to week and go from there.
You talk about how hard it is to get better over the second half of the season. What does your team need to do against a tough Oklahoma State team next week?
Need to play good, clean football. Do the things to win the game. I know that sounds, kind of, simple, but really that's what it is. There's always games. In games, there's usually 2 or 3 plays that comes down to whether you win or lose, unless you just get blown out. And up to this point, we had trouble doing that. Tonight we did that. So hopefully we'll have some things we can build upon.
Get a good night's sleep tonight?
Yeah, I'm hoping I do. And we're fixing to go on the plane, and we'll see what time we get home. But, it feels good to win, and I'm just happy for our players just to see their smiling faces in that locker room. That's really, from a coach's standpoint, just one of the best feelings to see. And that group's hung in there, man. I said it a couple weeks ago in college football. It seems like every year it's harder and harder when you face adversity. Things get piled on, and these are young men. And they believe what they read on Twitter and all that. And they were able to hang in there. And so real proud of them being able to come here and win.
A little extra oomph in the post-game boom from you. It's been a couple.
They do, and they asked me to do it a few more times than we normally do. So hey, it was first Big 12 boom, so that was good. Okay, thank you guys.
Oklahoma State won.